Morning all! This week we are continuing north up the Grand Union Canal. There's a little bit of canal history, some beautiful views, and we end up in Cambridge for a day trip. This is Narrowboat Kathleen. Just had a new paint job. She looks pristine. She was painted last week. Looks lovely. Didn't get the name of the guy who's driving Kathleen, but he's with his wife and his father-in-law. Here's a little bit of the background of the Grand Union Canal. It was built by the Grand Junction Canal Company, which later amalgamated with several other canal companies to form the Grand Union Canal system. It was constructed to provide a shortcut between Braunston in Northamptonshire on the North Oxford Canal and Brentford on the River Thames. The Oxford Canal provided links with the city of Birmingham and the industrialised Midlands. Previously, all London-bound traffic from the Midlands had to follow the narrow and winding canal route to Oxford, where loads were transshipped into lighters to make the 100-mile trip down the River Thames to London. The Grand Junction Canal cut this distance by 60 miles, and with its wide locks, i.e. double the width of the Oxford Canal, it could take a pair of narrowboats either up or down. The canal was authorised by an Act of Parliament on the 30th of April 1793 during the reign of George III, and digging started in several places simultaneously. The canal was opened as far as Rickmansworth by 1796, and it was opened throughout in 1805, which was the year of the Battle of Trafalgar. It took 12.5 years to complete at a cost of £1.25 million. The canal has two summits, one at Tring, 393 feet above sea level in the Chiltern Hills, and the other at Braunston. It's got two tunnels at Braunston and Blisworth. The engineers responsible for building the canal were William Jessop and James Barnes. This was one of the greatest civil engineering works of its time, being carried out entirely by pick, shovel, horse and cart. The building of the Grand Union Canal meant that coal could be delivered in large quantities, transported along canals from other areas such as Leicestershire and Nottinghamshire, at a much reduced rate. Coal fed the boilers of the Ovaltine factory at King's Langley and Dickinson's paper mills at Apsley, Nash and Croxley Green. At Lady Cappel's Wharf near Hunton Bridge, coal boats were gauged for payment of the coal tax to the City of London. Subsequently, the collecting point for this tax was moved to Stoker's Lock, where an imposing house was built for the collector. Goods carried on this canal varied considerably, from short-distance loads of market and agricultural produce, especially hay for the horse traffic in the city, to long distance for raw materials and manufacturing goods. London was expanding at this time, and cargoes of building materials, such as brick, stone, timber and lime, found their way to the capital, together with pottery, salt and glass. Goods from London included manure, ashes and those that came in via the docks. You join Charlie and myself as we continue our journey north up the Grand Union Canal towards Hemel Hempstead. We're going to Hemel Hempstead because I need to catch a train on Saturday to go and see my daughter in Cambridge, and Charlie needs her nails done. She needs a pedicure. This is all rather lovely. It looks jolly old. And look how worn these steps are. Just think of all the hundreds of years of hobnail boots going up these steps. It's amazing. Love it. In this lock, the ground paddles aren't working at all, so I've had to open the gate paddles. So I'm keeping Wattway as far back as I can, because I certainly don't want all of that spray going into the bow of her and sinking her. That would be a shame. I was here. There was a whole class of 30 children on that bridge. Today, just some girls and a couple. That's quite nice. So, about ready to think about stopping. I've done 3 locks today. Vaguely thinking it would be nice to moor up somewhere in the sun. So I'm just going to keep going until, because as you can see, here all the trees are overhanging, so there's no solar to be had. So I'm going to keep going until I can see lots of sun on the towpath, because that means the sun will hit the roof of my boat. Being helped through the lock by that guy in a hat and brown coat. He's lived on a boat for 50 years. One duck. Well, it was nice weather. Got the brolly up. Not so much now though, eh? Well, hopefully it won't last very long. The sky doesn't look that dark. I learnt about this bridge from somebody who subscribes to my channel. They said that this is called Grove Bridge and it's very close to Grove Hotel. Grove Hotel has hosted a NATO summit, and it also has a PGA golf course. So that's exciting. This must be the PGA Tour golf course they were referring to. Wow. This is that really sharp bend, that turnover bridge where horses go from one side of the canal to the other without being uncoupled, and then a really sharp 90-degree bend. I'm just going to park my horn so people know I'm coming. I want a boat horn that sounds like an intercity train, because they go really quick and my boat doesn't. It's actually much easier from this way. Probably because I was ready for it. I've got the lock ready, open the gate, and now we walk back to the boat. Stopping for a sniff, obviously. Up, up, Charlie. Up, up. And up she gets, bless her. She knows what she's doing. Now this is rather wonderful for a house. Look at that. How wonderful. And there's a mooring big enough for what way? I'll take it. Right. Today we're continuing north up the Grand Union Canal and officially heading out of London because we're going under the M25 road bridge. But first we're going to need to clean the propeller. I like the fish. Not much weed, but the fishing line was making terrible noises on the propeller. Are you all right, mate? She's a good girl, yes. Coming up to our first lock of the day. Doesn't look too deep, but it does look like it might be full because water's spewing out the bottom of it. So it means I need to empty it before I can get in it. How about that for a stunning lock cottage? That's beautiful. Right, let's go get the boat. Here she comes. A canal and river trust piece of equipment that certainly looks like it needs a little bit of care and attention. Got to be careful if I meet another boat, because the right hand side of the canal is where I need to go to allow another boat past, and it's really shallow. So let's hope I don't meet anybody. Seems pretty quiet. And that in front of us is the M25 road bridge. The M25 is a ring road that goes all the way round London, fondly known as the M25 car park. That's it. I've left London. And now we're heading north. Well, we were kind of heading north before we got under that bridge, but hey, never mind. Windmill. That's absolutely hammering round. Today we cruise and actually get to Hemel Hempstead. Charlie has her Pawdicure, and then we have a day out in Cambridge. Oh, it's quite exciting. I like the way the parent goose is watching the baby swim, making sure it's all right. If I'm going to meet anyone, it will be here, because it's 2 bridges and completely blind. So I'm going to give a little boop of the horn. Then if anybody answers me, I know that they're coming. No, looks like we're safe. Thank goodness for that. And the lock is just there. Excellent. And it looks empty, ready for me. Perfect. Coming back into the lovely, lovely town of Kings Langley. Had a great time here on my way down to Harefield. Not stopping here this time. Continuing on to Hemel Hempstead to go and get Charlie's nails done. And here we are at the 3rd lock of the day. And Charlie is making friends.
Oh, boys, look.
This lovely lady said, I'll close the gate for you. So me, Charlie and Wattway can just keep going. Lovely. A bunch of gongoozlers on a bridge, watching the canal boats go past. We're lucky we'll get a wave. Yay! Nice. We're just about to pass the wide beam Close Shave, and she belongs to Waterways Experiences. It's an award-winning volunteer-run charity operating 3 boats, of which Close Shave is one of them. They enable everyone, including the disabled, the disadvantaged, the young and the old, to experience the fun and the beauty of the waterways. They operate without any paid employees. The volunteers get to share their passion for the waterways and canal boating with people normally excluded from this pastime. What a wonderful thing to do. They fund trips for around 10,000 passengers a year, 2/3 of whom benefit from the subsidised hire rates. There are 150 volunteers working for Waterways Experiences, and they still need more. So if you live in the Hemel Hempstead, Kings Langley area, pop along and volunteer your time. See that guy in the black top? He's going to close the gate for me. What a nice guy. Oh, Hemel Hempstead is very popular with boats, isn't it? Come on, little one. Round here. Mind the litter. There's my girl. Come on. Charlie's a bit hot, but back on her cushion. I don't give her long though. I think she'll jump off and get in the shade under the seat soon. Canal and River Trust peoples looking after their boats.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, you did miss a poor pad though.
Sweetheart.
Missed that. Oh, sorry, you did miss a poor pad.
I always find that one harder.
Do you? Sorry. I don't mind.
Yeah, come on in.
Get out.
This way. Good girl.
Fab, thank you. We're done. So here we are, we're getting on the train at Hemel Hempstead. Got to do a silly train selfie, don't you? We're at Euston. So we've reached St Pancras station and King's Cross is right next door. Oh, you're not sure, are you, baby girl? Come on, let's go. So here we go, we're at King's Cross. Next stop, Cambridge. You're doing all right, Charlie. I've always loved the roof in King's Cross station. It's great, isn't it? Platform 9, platform 10. So that must be where the Hogwarts Express should be.
101.
Did you see that person there? It's not fully finished because it's probably been to war and then come back there.
And never came back. That is
Cambridge in all its splendid glory.
Not that much.
Jacob.
Morning all.
If you enjoyed this week's video, please smash the like button and press the subscribe because it really helps the channel. Well, that's it for another week in electric narrowboating. See you next Sunday. The round church.